Okay. Good afternoon. It is March the 24th, 2026 at 2:19 p.m. For those of you that made it through the Mercury retrograde in one piece, we have a little bit further to go. The reason I say this is the shadow is now going over, but I'm not here to talk about the Mercury retrograde or its shadow. I'm here to talk about what's coming up and how it's affecting us on so many levels. If you've been noticing that you have had it up to here with unfairness, with dealing with one-sided relationships, with hypocrisy, with people who are not happy unless they're causing fighting or dissension in some way with someone, you've come to the right place. Because I sure as hell know I'm tired of it. If you've grown tired of giving so much more than you're getting back in situations and relationships, things are about to change for you in a positive way. If you believe in the law of cause and effect, you're about to see justice. And if you don't, you'll probably wish that you did. The people that are in your life that want something for nothing, these people are going to be non-existent to you soon. And yes, it hurts. Know that you may have to give up someone very important in your life, but a lot of you are having a hard time with realizing you're important too. And you may be going over and over and over in your head of what went wrong, what you could have done differently, instead asking the question, now, since you're seeing things from a different point of view, why have I been putting up with this bullshit from these people for so long? And what do I need to do to remove this kind of energy from my life permanently so I won't keep attracting it and manifesting it over and over and over again? We collectively have been putting up with this garbage for a long time, and now it keeps surfacing more and more, but we're staring it right in the face. And we can't unsee what we've seen, heard, and now understand. Once you know something, you can't ever unknow it, but you can continue to be in denial. But the upcoming aspects are not going to make it easy for you to do that, and we have to get brutally honest with ourselves. We've given a lot of people passes that didn't deserve to have them, hoping that things would get better, and now we see a full-blown shitstorm for what it is, and now we have to navigate the shitstorm-ism beyond that, of things that we have avoided to deal with. I'm not interested in tickling your ears right now. I'm interested in telling the truth of what I see. And for people that do not like that, this is where you need to sign off, because you're not going to like what you hear. So a lot of us are extremely exhausted, and not just on a physical level, but on a soul level, because we have been battered with cosmic battering rams, and we're freaking tired of it. But more soul tired than anything else. We've given our life minutes to things that do not bring any joy, positive results, or make any sense sometimes. When you listen to the logic that's so illogical, it's just like, I can't even. So, also on a physical level, a lot of you may be feeling dizziness, feeling out of sorts, ungrounded, and not knowing why. You may be having aches and pains that are randomly going in different parts of your body, like zaps, or just pain that travels. You may be having headaches that feel like they're going into your skull. Your nervous system may feel like it's on hair trigger and on overload. You do not have the bandwidth to give energy to things that are useless and don't matter anymore. People that you have given and given and given to, you have to realize you don't have one more drop of blood or ounce of energy to give these people, and you're also refusing to do it anyway. You may also see that you are digging for the truth, but if something doesn't make sense, You don't want to spend hours going over and over in your mind to make sense of it. You just know it's dishonesty or a half truth, and you don't need to give any more of your precious life minutes to it. You're probably not interested in the status quo anymore. You're more interested in what your idea of success and peace of mind is, which is why I so love this time that we're in, no matter how insane it appears to be, because the first thing that happens when new suns go into a planet, it causes people that like things to stay the same way to go crazy, because they like to be in control and they like to rule over people and situations, and it turns them upside down. But the people who have learned how to be flexible in life and are only interested in how they respond to life and what they're learning from life, they're okay, because they know this is the dance of life. This is the game of the universe that we play, and we don't take it as seriously as most people do, because there's one guarantee that we have in life, and that is that everything is going to change. It always does, for the better or worse, but eventually the system that goes into place will serve them to some capacity for better. One of the most difficult challenges for me of being a psychic reader is to know when to speak and to know when to stay silent with a client. Because we're told intuitively not to impart some information to our clients that we hear, because they're not ready to receive it yet. If we tell them everything we saw, it could create a lot of problems for them, especially if they haven't grown into the lesson that they're in. I have personally learned to let my intuition guide me as to what I need to say. So I've never really been a good fit for people that come to me and only tell me good things. It always makes me laugh, whether internally or externally, because we all know that life comes with a big box of good, bad, and the ugly sometimes. And if you can't handle that, you don't need to be living on this planet right now, but here we are. Okay, so a lot of people do not know how to identify Martian energy, and that's what I want to talk about. There is one way that you can know where Martian energy is present in your body, and that is when you feel a burning sensation in it throughout your body or in one specific place. Now, a really interesting thing about this is Mars is the god of war, right? And then you've got a placement of a sign that Mars is in, and that will tell you what is going on. But there are other things to know, and I'm going to talk about it briefly to explain on a health level, not astrological events, because that's something I'm going to do at a different time. Because right now we've got some really powerful energy that is affecting us, and where I've got a new ephemeris. So the Mars right now is at 16 degrees in Pisces. So if some of you have been having problems with your feet, that's where we're getting a visit from Mars, because there's always burning sensations. But know this, there are other planets that will also tell you what's going on. Like Saturn is in Aries right now, and it's, not even, it's about 4 degrees. And wherever that Saturn is in your chart at that 4 degrees is where you may feel oppression in your body. You may feel that you're carrying a burden that is very heavy, and because it's always telling you what kind of time you're having, Saturn does. It's talking about responsibility, about burdens that you carry. And at 4 degrees in Aries, if you're doing that, then you're going to feel some oppression in your body. You are going to feel pressure on you. You are going to feel problems in your head. It might feel like it's pressing in. Also, our electrical systems in our body. Now, right now, it's so funny because also, Mars rules allergies. So earlier today I was walking my dogs and this woman literally walked by and she had so much perfume on, it stuck to my dog when she pet it. And when I got in the car with my dog, of her touching my dog, it filled my whole car up and I started having an allergic reaction to her perfume because it was so strong. So if canaries are dying when you pass by, you may have too much cologne or perfume on. Just know that. But the other thing is Uranus rules electrical systems of our body. And if you're having any throat issues, because that's what Uranus is in right now in Taurus, and it is also affecting markets and making them very sudden wins, sudden losses, sudden wins, sudden losses. And Neptune is also in Aries, which Neptune is like idealistic. It superimposes over the truth sometimes. So say for instance, you think that you are in love with this person and all of the sudden the person drops down with a thud because you find the truth about this person and what you saw that was so wonderful about them is no longer wonderful and you're seeing them for who they are and it's painful. So that's some of the things that we're dealing with now, to see people that we thought were one way and where we've superimposed how we felt probably about ourselves or what person we think they are over them, and then realizing that's not the case. Pluto also is an Aquarius, definitely AI, electrical systems, things are going to be very interesting with technology, but also power grids, the actual power, things with lightning, and your electrical system of your body. This can be a time of anxiety. Where we expand, you might find things going on with the respiratory area. There's going to be things with the throat that's going to be coming up. Feet, for sure, if they're burning, that means that there's too much drive and energy going through that's not grounded. And also, we got Venus and Aries. So until the end of the month, and then it goes in Taurus. Sweet Taurus, because that's its ruler. But until then, you may find that people, the way they love you might be too aggressive or assertive, and it could put you off if you're not one of those people. That's somebody that's just too in your face. I've personally had that myself, even with my dog, forcing me, she's the new one, to, press on, or there's impatience with it. Or you might be wanting to pressure somebody into being more than they're ready to be, or go further than they're willing to go. This is something that is not advisable. And then we have that wonderful sun in Aries, so this is a time that people fight. It started the 21st and it'll end the 20th of next month of April. Military will be in focus. The nose, the sinuses, the head, the teeth, the eyes, but also fighting, war, those things. But sometimes the war is not even external. It's going on within us that's creating a situation externally outward. So we have to look within and find out what we are at war with, because it's normally with ourselves. And when you locate where it comes from, the fire and the guns stop in your head. So it's very important to make sense, because we are given the opportunity to now to be able to look very clearly into our subconscious minds and get an answer. But if you're so churned up and you're so intent on that, Aries is all about some ego and about the I am instead of we and the collective consciousness. So I am important. You are important. We are important. But neither you or I are more important than the other. And that's something that we have to learn, that we all have the right to be here and to be heard and to be seen, but also that our importance, no matter what our station in life, is going to be scrutinized in the near future to show that we all have an importance and our individuality is important as well. But the one thing that we're going to have to battle with is those ego drives that will destroy our relationships and destroy things that we've built that will collapse in a moment. So that is all I have to say. Where are you feeling sensations in your body? Know that we are having a lot of issues going on around us energetically anyway, with flares and things like that, and that also affects the electrical system of the body. My head right now is throbbing because I went outside and because of the just passing by somebody that just bathed in cologne. So we may be more sensitive and have allergies that we normally do not have, just because of where these planets are right now. And I'm going to do in the skies, try to get that done as well. And then I can just post everything at one time. So I hope that you have a great day, and this was helpful. It might have been all over the place because I'm trying to keep her from disturbing me, but she already has. So anyway, I hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.